is terrible. Like this just completely just it just fell right apart, just the whole thing. Look, this is brand new. All right, so this is the Dixxon Flannel jacket. I'm gonna take this thing off and show you guys some of the features, some of the cool things about it that I like, and some of the flaws, and I'll be 100% honest with you with everything, as I am with every review. Like I said, Dixxon is a company that leans more towards and market towards guys that wrench, guys that, you know, work on cars, work on motorcycles, ride motorcycles, like to drive on, you know, in their, you know, 65 Impala with the top down, cruising on the beach, 60-degree weather, girl in the passenger seat, you know, cruising along California. And that's kind of the vibe of Dixxon, and that's the energy I get from this. It's like, I just want to be on a Harley, just cruising down I-95 back home in Philly, just ripping, you know, ripping this thing and just having it flapping around, or, you know, button it up a bit and just have a chick on the back, hair flying around, just chilling, you know, and just cruising. And that's the energy, that's the vibe. So that's Dixxon. They release another colorway every single week. Behind me, I have something called the Pinnacle. This is my favorite one. That's why I brought this one out. The Pinnacle, you know, this one's pretty sick. So they release a colorway each week. That's just a regular flannel. So this is their flannel jacket, and I'll pop this thing off. This is a medium, and I am 167 pounds, 5'9", and this fits me like a glove. Absolutely perfect. The interior of it is got their wrench and hammer logo stitched into it, which I think is very, very cool. It's very, very cool. It's such a cool little detail that they did. I love their creativity, but we'll get into their stitching in a minute. So yeah, I love that little detail of the hammer and the wrench in there, and we'll talk about their stitching in just a few minutes. This is made out of 100% polyester. All right, so it's not arc flash, it's not flash rated. Don't be welding and grinding in it. It's cool to ride the motorcycle. It's cool to ride this Chevy with the top down. It's cool to rip the 1000 down, you know, with it. But when you start welding and grinding with this thing on, forget about it. It's gonna get big holes in it. It's gonna melt. It's not gonna stand up to those types of work environments. So live fast. It's got a little quote here, like all their flannels do. Live fast, question authority, work hard, stay humble. Wear Dixxon. Love it. That's pretty sick. It's got their classic sunglass wiper on every single flannel, has it. They all have that, and some of them are different colors. These just both happen to be gray. So there's that, and that'll clean your sunglasses off, or your visor on the bike, or your camera on your phone, which is what I use it for a lot, or my sunglasses. Some of the features, we got their cool little button design, which also has the wrench and the hammer logo. Pretty sick, pretty sick. Very cool. Then we also have a zipper. This is not a YKK zipper. It is a SBS, whatever that is. So just a zipper, regular standard zipper company. This is called the Dixxon Outlaw, and you got Johnny Cash on the back of that. This is the medium, like I said. It's $139, and there's only a few sizes available as of now, and then that's probably it for it. They, like I said, they release colorways, and then they're gone, and that's pretty much it. My necklace got a knot in it. I just seen that in the camera. Can't be wearing a knotted up Cuban on camera. Okay, so that takes care of that. You got 100% polyester. You got the jacket liner. You got the cool details. You got a pocket here. And we'll talk about the stitching in a minute. And another one on this side. And then you got the Dixxon here. You got the classic pen slot on this side. And then you have your regular button collared Dixxon buttons on the bottom of the wrist. What I like about this is it's really a good mid-winter type of jacket for like when it's not too cold out, or a spring day or fall. Maybe or a chilly summer night, you can just be wearing this. I usually just wear a flannel. And wearing these flannel jackets you get that are cheap that have the hoodie on it, that's a big no. Do not do that. The way to achieve that look is to wear a flannel over top of a hoodie separately. You know, wearing a hoodie is ugly. It looks like you're a teenager. It doesn't look like you know how to dress. Doesn't look like you really care. If it's a gray hoodie, blue jeans, black hoodie, black jeans, whatever, it doesn't really matter. The second you throw a flannel over that outfit, it just looks awesome. So keep that in mind. And it's not the same when you have a hoodie on a flannel jacket. It just looks terrible. And it's something like a 10-year-old would wear to soccer practice or something. So don't do that. Also, for mechanics and stuff and guys, you want a flannel jacket that doesn't have a hoodie because you don't want it getting caught in chain conveyors or anything like that, or like a tire, or getting caught on exhaust pipes when you're in a car, or getting caught on a lift, or just whatever. Just having a hoodie when you're working isn't ideal. Wear a beanie and a flannel. That's how you do it. So guys, I always don't like when guys are wearing hoodies when they're at work. And in my shop, in my day when I had it, you weren't allowed to wear a hoodie. You could wear it to work, but you're taking it off. If you wear a beanie and a flannel, that's my deal. No hoodies. So it's just too dangerous. So anyways, they're stitching. When you buy a Dixxon, you can get their higher quality flash rated stuff that's 100% cotton. That's not going to have stuff that's going to melt or any of that stuff under high heat, or, it's Cat 2 or whatever. Their flash rated stuff, I don't own any of their flash rated stuff, but I did just order one of their flash rated hoodie, flannel. So we will compare when I get those. Those are 100% cotton. Like I said, this is a polyester. This is polyester. You do not want to wear that when you're doing any kind of welding, grinding, and definitely not arc flash rated. So do not wear that. Their stitching is, I'm going to just say it, it's terrible. Their stitching quality is some of the lowest I've ever seen, especially on this jacket in particular. Some of their flannels, I had a few flannels that tore already. I think it's my red one, my red rum. That one tore, and I had to get it to a seamstress. The pocket just completely tore right off. I forget how I did that, but their stitching is really bad. They only have basically one seam going through anything. Like, and for example, something like that you hang the hook loop on here, that should be box stitched. Yeah, so that's better. So that should be box stitched on the ends like that. All right. It shouldn't be they shouldn't have attached the loop to just the regular stitch that goes across the collar anyway. It's just a cheap, easy shortcut that they did. And for $130, I would rather have seen a double stitch there where I know that loop is going to be. And look, I know some people, they don't want to pay a ridiculous amount of money, but for a higher quality piece of garment, I want that. I want the extra stitching, and I'll pay more money to get the better stitching if it means the damn thing's not going to fall apart. So I've owned this thing for less than 2 hours now. I wore it to walk the dog. I came home, and already I have a Velcro pocket falling apart. So the Velcro here is completely coming off here, and that's just because their stitching is just so terrible. It's shortcutted, it's half-assed, it's not good. Their quality control is terrible. Like, this just completely fell right apart, just the whole thing. Look, this is brand new, $130. So you would be pretty pissed off about that. I am. I'm not happy about that. So that drops this thing down in the review by 50% easily. When I'm paying $130 for something, I don't want anything falling apart the day I got it. Okay, that's just unacceptable. Am I gonna send it back? No, I'll just give them a shitty review, and then that's enough for me. Hopefully it'll get their act together. Get this shit double stitched. It's a Velcro, something that somebody's gonna keep tearing in and out. Needs to be double stitched. It's not hard to do. It takes 35 more seconds. you know, okay, you got to charge people another extra $35 or whatever the hell, then do it, okay? We're all going to buy the shit. Their marketing is that good, but what you're paying for is their marketing. You're paying for this. You're paying for the cool thing. You're paying for the minor detail they put in there, which is just a single stitch little wrench and a hammer that they probably mass produced to a thing and just stitch together in every liner. It's not hard to do, you know. Some of it isn't even, you know, that great. It's just whatever, you know. This Velcro stuff that's falling apart here is really, really annoying. The buttons, yeah, you know, all this stuff, it's just cool looking. It's a cool looking jacket. It's very well marketed, and it's stylish. It looks good. It's, you know, you're a mechanic, you're working, you know. I want stuff with wrenches on it that's not too over the top with like a big, you know, skull and wrenches and stuff. It's just very slick. And it looks good. So I do support the company. I just will not support having something for 2 hours that's fraying like that. Now, yeah, sure, I get stuff every now and again that frays, and I get my plasma lighter and I zip it down, you know. And don't ever pull your threads, guys. Get a plasma lighter like this from Dark Energy. This is a good one, and just zap that stuff. So, but I shouldn't have to go around zapping this thing, you know. It's just that's just terrible. Like this, so here for their pocket here, that should be double stitched. That's a point that's gonna tear. You know, inside the pocket liner, it's just regular like polyester or whatever. But yeah, so I'm interested to see how different their arc flash rated $100 flannel is. Is it going to be better? Is it going to have the same kind of issues with stitching? Because all their flannels do too. Like pretty much all their flannels have the same kind of terrible stitching. The reason why this one is such a bigger deal is because it has more stuff that can fail. It has the zipper on it, which is already fraying like crazy. That zipper is single stitched all the way down there. It's just cheap. It's cheaply made. It's cheaply done. And you don't pay like it's cheaply made or cheaply done. You're paying for something that's should be of a higher quality. You do have an extra button here. So that's cool. They give you the extra button. And then you have an actual extra button here for the top, you know, for the small button. So you can cinch your collar down. That's a cool little feature there. This is also all single stitched right into the other thread. Actually, no, they actually did make a little deal there for that. And the reason why they did that is so that they didn't have a stitch liner going through the top of the collar. So they did it on the other side. So yeah, I'm not happy about the single stitch on the loop. That's going to rip probably within a year, or the way I'm looking at it now, within the next few days. One thing I noticed here, which I actually do like, is the Dixxon logo is not even cut straight at all. It's literally like all just uneven and not cut good. But that's cool. That's unique to me. I do like that stuff. I like stuff like that. I appreciate that. I appreciate the uniqueness of it, but I don't appreciate stuff falling apart. That's unacceptable on any level of, you know, stuff you buy. You know, it's like I just bought this thing at Walmart, you know, and I didn't. This is supposed to be a higher quality clothing company, you know, but really, like I said, their marketing is on another level. They will fool you into thinking that this stuff is so legit and whatever. We'll see how their flash rate of stuff is. And when I say junk, I mean that in the absolute nicest way, because I'll still buy their stuff. I still buy their flannels because they're so cool and unique, and I love them. But I just wish they would spend more time on appreciating the value of just having something that's stitched right. You know, I want this thing to last me forever. If I'm getting, look at it, even like this, I'm going to send it. I have to send this to a seamstress. I have to. I'm not going to send it back to them. I'm going to get this custom tailored and re-seamed. It's just terrible. And I like it. I like it that much where I want this thing to last me a lifetime. When I buy a flannel from Dixxon that is unique and possibly will never be made again, this colorway you may never see again. One of the other 100 of them that I have in my closet. I have a bunch. I mean, should we go into the closet and see? I have, you know, like this is the blackout. This is the 300 blackout. And, you know, that's a really good one. I have here the Torrance. Really good summer flannel. Love that one. The Widowmaker. It's a sick flannel for dropping on the bike. You have the Bolt. Yellow and that colorway. Look at that colorway. Ridiculous. This is one of my favorites. This is the Smoke Eater. Awesome. When are you ever going to see a colorway of a flannel like that? Never. And then one of my newest ones here, South Dakota Custom Cycles, the Clockworks. Love that one. Another really, really good one, to Cherry Bomb, I think this one's called. Oh, Haymaker. I don't know why I thought it was the Cherry Bomb. That's a good one. Look at that colorway. It's ridiculous. And then this is the one that has the torn pocket, and you can see it just hanging there. See the pocket? It just... I know the lighting's bad in here, but the pocket's hanging off. And that's the Red Rum. And that's a good flannel too. But they're just cheap. They're cheaply made. My hanger's cheaply made. It just literally just broke my hanger. So yeah, I mean, they look cool and whatever, but they're just, like I said, guys, they're cheap. So I wish they would spend a little bit more time on that, and that would be cool. But anyway, if Dixxon wants to reach out, my email will be in the description. No, do more reviews for you guys. I still love their company. I still love what they're doing. It's just, like I said, I really wish they would just spend a little bit more time making higher quality garments. And, you know, if I'm buying a flannel that's unique and it's never going to be made again, I don't want it falling apart, and I don't want to have to send it to a tailor to get custom seamed and all that stuff so it doesn't fall apart. I think that should be coming from them, especially adding to the uniqueness of the garments that they sell. You know, a lot of this stuff is a one-shot, one deal, and I would like to see a better quality if it's never going to be made again. Is anybody in disagreement with me? Maybe. That's fine. This is just my opinion on it. But like I said, their company's still cool, and I'll still buy stuff from them. Honestly, if this YouTube channel ever gets to where a point level where my merchandise gets to where I want it to be, I'm going to start a flannel company as well. And they're going to be priced higher but they're going to be also very high quality, and they're not going to fall apart. So that's a dream of mine, very long term, to have. You guys all know I want a clothing company. I've been wanting one for a long time, but you know, just seeing something like this, I know that I can make something like this if I hired a professional seamstress with my creativity skills, and this is just not acceptable. But like I said, marketing is everything nowadays. The way you did it on Instagram, you go through their pictures, cool hot girls, cool cars, dudes on motorcycles, working on cars, wrenching, standing by garages in older cars and stuff. And it's just cool looking. And people buy it, mostly probably people who don't even work on cars and stuff. But for guys that do, just know this is not cotton. It's polyester. You have to buy their flash rated stuff. It says FR next to it, and it'll be 100% cotton. Anything that you're doing, grinding, welding, any of that stuff like that, it needs to be cotton. So keep that in mind. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I love you all. Peace.